Yes, there it is, ladies and gentlemen, a genuine, bona fide, working, wishing well. Yes, yes. And I know it's working because I've had it about 2 weeks. And when I got it, I made a wish. And I wished that one day I'd be playing Broadway. Yeah. So far this week, Fulham, Ealing and Deptford. Careful what you wish for. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let me take you back. Let me take you back in time, roughly 100 years to the night of April the 14th, 1912. At about 11:30 p.m, about 150 miles off the coast of Newfoundland to the forward lookout post on the RMS Titanic. Shit! And there, ladies and gentlemen, the amazing dramatic effect that's achieved when 2 old toilet rolls end up in the hands of an expert. Thank you. That's all that is. That's all that is. Just 2 old toilet rolls made of cardboard. You've probably got these at home, haven't you? You probably just throw them away, don't you?
Recycle them.
Yeah.
No, we keep our experts.
What a terrible waste. Yes, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am Dickie Richards, bon vivant, raconteur, Polish cockney, and sexual tyrannosaur. Yeah, that's right. Sexually, I'm just like a Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Small hands.
No, I've had nothing in 65 million years. Not true, of course. Not true, of course. I like sex. I've had a lot of sex in my life, all over the world, in thousands of different positions. But it still excites me. I still have sexual fantasies. I'd love to have a twosome one day. My favourite position is the doggy position. Yes, lying in front of the fire going, kiss a sausage. Go on, kiss a sausage. And how nice to see you all here on the 10th anniversary of Paul the Other One. Hey! Nice to see you all out, spending some money, having a few drinks. But you're the lucky ones, aren't you? Because times are hard. A friend of mine started a bondage business. He's struggling. But what does it really matter? I suppose it's because our lives universally are insignificant, aren't they? In the scheme of things, our lives are insignificant. Because I was watching. Actually, let me just ask you a question. We all love cocks, don't we? Yeah, Professor Brian. Yeah. Very intelligent man, one of the most intelligent men in the world. And I was watching a documentary by him, and he said that we live on one of an infinite number of parallel universes. And because there's an infinite number, it means that every single possible universe that you can think of is out there now. So, there's a universe out there right now, which is exactly the same as ours, in every single detail. We're all sat in this room now, and I'm talking to you. Difference is, in this universe, one of us has a horse's head. Now, I don't know which one of us has got a horse's head, but all day I've had a fierce hankering for a sugar lump. Just 2 toilet rolls, that's all that is. Now, I might look a bit down and a bit upset, but that's because I'm recently single, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, it's bad. Yeah. About 2 weeks ago, on a really bad day, I had an argument with my best friend, and I split up with my girlfriend on the same day. Yeah, it was horrible. Yeah, I was in the pub, and my mate came in a terrible mood, and he started having a go at me. We started arguing, it all got a bit silly, and we got outside the pub, and we came to blows. And I'm ashamed to say that I gave him a fat lip and a black eye. Yeah, and he ran off home and told his mum. She phoned me up and dumped me. I loved her. So I'm looking for love. I'm looking for love, ladies and gentlemen, and I've been doing some internet dating. I don't know if anyone's ever done any internet dating, but it's going alright. So I met this really, really thin girl on Match.com. Yeah, so that's going alright. Now I mentioned that I'm a Polish cockney, and you wouldn't think to listen to me that I'm anything but a Londoner or a cockney. But my parents were actually Polish, and they arrived here on the run from the Nazis in the early 1940s. But I was born and bred in London and brought up as a Londoner. So I'm 50-50. So I've got this real pull of personality going on, this real Jekyll and Hyde inside, this real like juxtaposition. Because you see, the Cockney side of me wants to break into your house, and the Polish side wants to decorate it. And ladies and gentlemen, think about the Polish, ladies and gentlemen, overlooked and forgotten is the fantastic contribution to Britishness that the Polish have given you. Now, the reason I say that is because Poland gave Britain the biggest cultural gift of the 20th century. That's right, we gave you World War II. We did. And all the things that are the most quintessential British things that you now have, culturally, are down to the Polish. So let's take some examples. Winston Churchill, you wouldn't have had him, right? He would have been just some insignificant politician. So you wouldn't have had him. Vera Lynn, you wouldn't have had her. White Cliffs of Dover, you wouldn't have had Spitfires if it wasn't for the Polish. You wouldn't have. And actually, talking of Spitfires, it's lucky you had the Polish to teach you how to fly them. And take the war films, ladies and gentlemen. We've all grown up, and at Christmas we all watch the war films. You wouldn't have had those now. You wouldn't have had The Great Escape, The Dam Busters, The Guns of Navarone. You wouldn't have had any of those. So on behalf of the Polish nation, I'd just like to say, you're welcome. Other fabulous gifts to mankind you've got because of the Polish. Copernicus discovered that the Earth orbits the Sun. Mary Curie discovered radium and polonium. And Bert Kowalski discovered 147 ways to cook cabbage. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, you're welcome. But what happens? There's a lot of resentment about Polish people in the UK, and it mainly sounds like this: oh, the Poles are over here claiming our benefits, taking our jobs and our women. And to those people, I'd like to say, thank you very much. Nice one. Lovely. Now, ladies and gentlemen, before I leave you, I'm going to give you a vision of the future. This is actually something that's going to happen to probably the majority of you tonight.
Oh gosh.
You want chilli sauce? It's with me. Good night. Enjoy the evening.